Is your server exposed to hidden threats? Today, we're going to show you how CrowdSec can automatically detect and block malicious actors, giving you peace of mind without any extra work. Hey everyone, welcome back to Tenevin Tech and our server security series. In the last video, we set up Traefik to manage routing and security for our Docker stack. If you missed that one, hit the card above or click the link in the description to catch up. I've created a GitHub repository with all the files you need for this tutorial, including the Docker Compose file and configuration file we'll be using today. The link is in the description below. Today, we're focusing on CrowdSec, a modern open source intrusion detection system. We'll cover what CrowdSec is and why we want to use it, how to set up CrowdSec in a Docker Compose stack, how to configure CrowdSec, and how to use CrowdSec labels to automatically monitor the logs of other services. By the end, you'll have a real-time security layer that automatically identifies and blocks threats, including brute force attacks, suspicious IPs, and more. What is CrowdSec? The CrowdSec security engine is an open-source, lightweight software that detects and blocks malicious actors from accessing your systems at various levels, using log and HTTP requests analysis with threat patterns called scenarios. One of the reasons why CrowdSec is so effective is because each server running CrowdSec will automatically report offender IPs to contribute to the community block list, from which every user benefits. If one server running CrowdSec identifies a bad IP, all servers running CrowdSec will be able to identify it and block it. It makes use of remediation to take action in blocking bad IPs. In the past, these were called bouncers, and in this video, we will see that some of them still call themselves bouncers. Now let's look at how to set up CrowdSec for our own server. Let's start by checking our root Docker Compose YAML file. You should have the CrowdSec service included and a network defined for it. Next, we'll create the CrowdSec directory and a Docker Compose file inside it. Copy the content of all the files from the GitHub repo. Since we plan to have CrowdSec monitor Traefik and Authelia, we'll need to ensure they are included in our collections list. Collections are bundles of parsers, scenarios, and post overflows that form a coherent package. You can check the CrowdSec Hub for available collections to add. The link is in the description. CrowdSec should be in its own network. We'll have DN notify us when it's time to update the CrowdSec container. We'll place CrowdSec on our homepage with a widget showing the number of recent alerts and bans, and that links to the CrowdSec website for those who want to sign up and enroll on the CrowdSec console dashboard. And we'll give CrowdSec access to the socket proxy so it can read the labels and logs of other services in our stack. We've also given CrowdSec a health check. This is because it can take a while to initialize for the first time and on restarts, so its health will tell us when it's ready to use. You'll also notice that we've got a second service defined in this file. This is the remediation that CrowdSec will be using to take action against bad actors. It still uses its original name as the Traefik bouncer. It needs to be on the CrowdSec network. We'll have DN notify us about updates for this one as well. And we'll want it to be on the Traefik network as it will connect with Traefik to perform the blocking actions. It requires an API key to properly interface with CrowdSec. We'll generate all the API keys we need in just a moment. Let's look at how to configure CrowdSec. We'll need to create the Acquis YAML file to tell CrowdSec how it will acquire the logs it will be monitoring. In this file, we tell it to use the Docker socket proxy to find and read the logs for containers with the proper CrowdSec labels. In our Traefik dynamic configuration, we need to verify the Traefik bouncer is listed as a middleware for us to use. And it is a good idea to include the bouncer as one of the first layers of security in our middleware chains. Now we'll need to create all the API keys we'll need for our stack. In order to do this, we must run the CrowdSec container to get access to its CS-CLI tool. Since the first initialization can take some time, let's go ahead and install another tool we will need, OpenSSL. Then we'll need to wait until CrowdSec has a healthy status. If we go to our homepage, we should see the CrowdSec widget in the security group, but with an API error. This is because we haven't generated the credentials for a homepage to use CrowdSec's API. Once CrowdSec says it's healthy, it's ready for us to use the CS-CLI. Let's start by adding our Traefik bouncer to its bouncers list. Running this command will give us the API key for it. Now we need to create credentials for the homepage widget to use the CrowdSec API. But this will require us to create a password first. We'll use OpenSSL to generate a cryptographically secure 32-character password to use. Then we'll add homepage as a machine to CrowdSec using this password. Now let's take note of the bouncer API key and the login and password of homepage and save them to our environment file. enter the Bouncer API key here, and the homepage credentials here. Now we'll need to restart CrowdSec so that it can use the new environment variables for its homepage widget. Ta-da! Now we can see at a glance how many alerts and bans it has recently processed. Now that we've set up CrowdSec, let's look at how its labels work by using Traefik as an example. CrowdSec only has two labels, one to enable CrowdSec's operation on this container, and the other to specify what type of logs CrowdSec should expect. We need to specify the type because every container has different ways of logging, and CrowdSec needs to know how to parse those logs to get the data it needs. In this case, CrowdSec should know that these are Traefik logs. Remember that in our Traefik static configuration, we told Traefik to enable its access log, but not to save it in a file. This means the access log will be put into the Docker container logs, which CrowdSec will be reading. If you want to automate setting up our Docker Compose stack including CrowdSec, give Citadel a try. Citadel is a bash script that you can run to quickly set up everything we've been doing in this series. Since I've essentially given away everything that Citadel does in this series, I wanted to add a bit more value to those who purchase Citadel. So I added the CrowdSec Cyber Threat Insights dashboard. I didn't make this dashboard myself, but I did make Citadel set up Victoria Metrics and Grafana for you, so all you need to do is import the dashboard. I tried automating the import as well, but couldn't get it to work. But once you do it manually, which takes just a few clicks, you'll have real-time visibility into your server's security. This dashboard integration is not covered in this video or the GitHub repo. It's a special bonus for Citadel users who want to take their security monitoring to the next level. Use code Citadel for 20% off your purchase, a limited time offer that expires when I finish this video tutorial series. What's the most surprising thing you've learned from securing your home server? Let me know in the comments below. And if you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more. In the next video, we'll set up Authelia to add two-factor authentication in front of our Docker services. And if you haven't seen our Traefik video, click here or check the link in the description. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.